Hello from Mexico. I wanted to come on here and show you guys what we are eating for dinner tonight. We are going to be eating green enchiladas. These are not the enchiladas that we would eat in the States. They look different, they're prepared differently, they have different toppings. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. So here I've got 2 chicken breasts boiling. I've already put salt and I put some onions in there. And also I added a chicken wing in here because I'm gonna use this tomorrow for a sopa that I'm gonna do. Sopa does not mean soap. Sopa means soup, like a soup that I'm gonna make tomorrow. And so I threw that wing in there and I'll use that tomorrow. So right here we've got the chicken boiling. This is almost done, as you can see. We've got that wing that we're gonna use for the soup tomorrow. My pinto beans are done, so I put these beans in an Olla Express. An Olla Express is a pressure cooker, and these are the best beans that you will ever eat in your entire life. Look at these bad boys. Ooh. Ugh. Delicious. Okay, so right here I have what we're gonna use for our salsa. And so these are green tomatoes, which are called tomatillos. And then we've got our peppers. We've got chile serrano peppers, which are the smaller ones. And then I've got 2 jalapenos. I always put 2 jalapenos, which are the bigger ones, just because I like the flavor that it gives. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna boil this until all of those green tomatoes, the tomatillos, have a olive green. And so while that is boiling, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start cutting all of the stuff that's going to go on top. The queso, the cilantro, cebolla, which is onion, cilantro, the cheese. So all of that's going to go on top. We're not going to stuff it inside. And so right here, I have got the toppings, what I'm going to put on top of the enchiladas, which is right here. We've got the cilantro. I'm going to chop this onion, and I have got this cheese. This is queso fresco. It is delicious, and it is so fresh. And then over here, once the tomatoes and peppers are done boiling and they have that really nice green color, we're gonna add them in the blender. So right now, I've got the onion I put in there. I put a piece of garlic. Usually I'll put 2 pieces of garlic, but this one's really big, so I just put 1. So when that's done boiling, the tomatoes, we're gonna get that. All right, so our tomatillos and peppers are almost done boiling, and then we'll blend that to make our salsa. So while we're waiting for that, we're going to start shredding our chicken. This chicken is cooked and ready to shred. We're gonna shred it into thin pieces because it's gonna go on top of the tortillas. Okay, so these are ready. You see the color green? These are an olive green. This is the color that we're wanting. Okay, so I've added all of the green tomatoes and the peppers to the blender. I added a little bit of water from boiling it and a little bit of salt. So I'm going to blend this real quick, and then we're going to put it to boil again. Okay, so I have added the blended tomatoes and peppers, and this is going to be our salsa. I have also put a nor Suiza. So this is nor Suiza, and you want to put 1 cube in there. Always put 1. And then you can add a little bit of extra salt depending on if you like it a little bit saltier or not. We're gonna boil this for about 6 minutes, and that's gonna be ready. Okay, now that our salsa is boiling, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some oil in another pan, because here is where we're gonna fry our tortillas. And then after we fry them, we're gonna dip them in the salsa, and then we'll put all the stuff on top. Okay, so we've got our sauce, which is boiling. This is almost done. I've got a plate with a paper towel because we need to, once we fry our tortillas, we need to get all the excess oil off. So we've got our tortillas right here. These have been in the refrigerator. These are about a day old. We keep them in the refrigerator, and then you can either put them in the microwave to use them to cook or fry them, and they will stay good for a few days. So I'm gonna start adding my tortillas to the oil. I usually add about 3 at a time. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna fry them on each side. We don't wanna fry them until they're crispy. You don't wanna do that because then you're gonna have crispy enchiladas. You don't want that. So these are gonna soften up very, very fast. So see, they're already softening up on this side. So we're gonna just flip them. It doesn't matter if they have a broken part, anything like that, because you'll see how we're going to dip them in the salsa. So it really won't matter. So even if they're broke, it's okay. You can flip them again to make sure that these are really done. This salsa is done, so I'm going to turn this off so I don't want it to burn. So this is almost ready. Yeah, so these are ready. So you're going to take it like this, and you're going to try to get all that excess oil off. And you're going to put it on there. All right, and so we have got everything ready. Now we're going to put these tortillas in the salsa. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take them, they've already been fried. We're gonna put them in half, fold them in half, like this, and you're gonna dip them. Okay, you wanna dip them on both sides, like that. And this is the way that we eat them here. So there's all kinds of different ways to eat them, depending on, the different parts of Mexico. There's so many different varieties, but this is going to be the way to do it here where we live. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to put our cream on top like this, and all this is going to spread out, so it doesn't have to be pretty. And then we're going to put our chicken that's been shredded. Alex doesn't like too much chicken. And then we're going to put some onions, cilantro, and then we're going to put some queso. And so this is what it should look like. So these are green enchiladas. And so here is what they should look like. Ooh, provecho.